Hey everyone, welcome back to another Heavy Metal Diecast video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy what you see in the video today. And speaking of what we're going to see, we are going to see ourselves a Dassault Rafale, and it is one from Panzerkampf in 1/72nd scale, a diecast. And this particular aircraft is from the French Air and Space Forces 2nd Fighter Regiment, Normandie-Niemen of the 30th Wing, and they were originally created in 1942, and it does still remain active today, of course, and it did receive its very first Rafale in 2011. And our particular aircraft is painted in a special livery celebrating the Squadron's 75th anniversary, which was in 2017. And we'll open this up and have a little look inside here. I actually bought this from a local hobby shop for, I think it was around $135. It does have some information in the flap here in English and Japanese, I am assuming that is. And it does have that awesome looking diecast aircraft sitting in there, but it is no good in this box, is it? So what we'll do is we'll get this box open and get our hands on it so we can have a real good look at it. Alright, with this Rafale out of the box, it does come with this stand, which does have instructions in there from the looks of it as well. And maybe some landing gear options, who knows, until we open that. But speaking of opening, let's get this packet open. This is our second Rafale from Panzerkampf, of course. I actually did order, the first one that I reviewed was actually this one that I ordered, but they sent me the wrong one. So I actually did review that one before sending it back. And then I thought, you know, now that we've got this one, we can review this one. So we got two for the price of one in our reviewing. Now, it does come in a generic packet because there is a lot of ordnance missing on this side, so they must have sort of generic packets for all their sort of models. And we will have a little look at this model first. This does look insane. This livery looks fantastic. And boy, geez, it does play up with the camera a little bit, though. That is crazy. That is really bright. Let's have a real close look at that. Those details are absolutely nuts. I notice it is playing with the camera. It is really starting to sort of be annoying, actually. But this livery does look fantastic. The colours, the whole paintwork is really nice. It does have a reasonable sort of feel to it. But overall, the weight doesn't seem as heavy as other normal die-cast ones, but that's neither here nor there. But boy, the detail, like the very first one, is amazing. It has got some really nice detail. Check out all that. All those fine detail lines throughout there. That is absolutely stunning. So obviously it does have where all the ordnance needs to go underneath here. But this aircraft looks absolutely amazing. This livery really jumps on this one. And it's jumping into the camera. We'll open that cockpit up and see if we can have a little look inside there. It does have some reasonable detail in there. Hopefully you can see a little bit in there. It's really hard to see. I think that's as far as this opens. But this is pretty cool. From the looks of it, I don't think it does have a pilot figure or anything like that. But yeah, definitely a nice looking aircraft. This is a pretty cool looking model from Panzerkampf, of course. What we'll do is we'll quickly set this up with some landing gear options and put some ordnance on it. And we will come right back. So just quickly, this is the ordnance you will be putting on your aircraft. They are very well detailed. It does have some really nice detail through there on all these weapons that you'll be putting on your aircraft. It's got some great detail. It looks pretty cool. And of course, besides these, you also get a set of 3 fuel tanks, which these two go under the wings, of course. And they've got some fantastic detail as well. And of course, you've got your central one. All right, let's finish kitting out this Rafale. All right, this is the Rafale all kitted out. Now, these are the instructions that it gives you. And as you can see, the loadout on the instructions for mine is different to what was supplied. On the instructions, there is ordnance that you are putting in there, in those holes that are there. I did not get any of that, so you've got those holes there, of course. That is, I suppose, a little bit annoying for some. It depends on how easily annoyed you are. The central fuel tank, I can't push all the way in without fear of thinking I'm going to snap it off that pylon. So I've left it a little bit, a gap there. So don't, I mean, you could probably push it really hard, but I did not want to, because I've been pushing quite hard on this to try and get it to slot in, and it hasn't. And I am not going to snap this, so I do not want to break it. All the other ordnance, though, went straight in. I don't know if that's the correct configuration, of course, because it is a different layout to the instructions I was provided. But, oh well, that said, it's, you know, neither here nor there. It depends on how easily peed off you do get, but I reckon it does come up nicely, even though it is a little bit different to the instructions that I was provided. But this is how your Rafale will look in flight. And boy, this is an impressive one. This does look absolutely stunning. I really like this livery. It looks really nice, for sure. And of course, being in flight, if you want to chuck it in the stand, another reason why I didn't really push this all the way home, because I wanted to be able to get it off. Oh, hang on. Even... okay, we can get it off. So those little holes there, you get this stand that does need to be assembled, a little screw, and you put that together, and that stand will go there. So you've got to take that central ordnance off, so you can put your aircraft on the stand, like so. Jeez, it's not the easiest, but it does look very nice. And that is how your Rafale will hopefully sit on your stand, if you like to put yours in flight, of course. And so that'll keep you in flight guys happy. And I reckon this does look really nice. It is a fantastic looking rendition of a Rafale, of course. But of course, it is not the way I like to see mine. So what I will do is I will go off and chuck some landing gear on this, and we will come back and check this out, gear down, of course. We'll be back in 1 second. All right, here we have the Rafale all set up for gear down. And very straightforward. You can put your central tank back on, of course. And the gear bay doors at the back here, you just put on. What I forgot to mention, though, when it was in flight, there was 2 little holes that you can see, which are for those gear bay doors. When you've got it in flight, you can actually see those holes for those doors. But you just put those gear bay doors in their little holes. Of course, if you've got a gear down, you won't see those holes. So that's good for me, not very good for people that have it in flight. And the landing gear, the wheels do roll, so that is pretty cool. And of course, the front nose wheel goes straight in, and you've got 2 tiny little gear bay doors that you've got to put on either side to have it in the open position. But it is very close to that front fuel tank. Well, actually, it's actually touching it, so so that is extremely close. In the real aircraft, I doubt it would be that close, because there is a high chance you would damage that tank, or nose wheel more importantly. And I reckon it does look very nice though. So look, it's got a couple of little tiny issues here, like the wrong instructions or incomplete instructions. I don't know. Obviously the loadout was completely different on my instructions that I got in the box, but maybe that's just a generic set of instructions. You do get that with some models, of course. I won't. That doesn't detract anything from the model for me. You just got to play a little bit of guesswork with it, or do a bit of homework and set it up properly. I didn't look up on the interwebs to see this set up properly. I just sort of took a guess with the way I did the loadout, of course. I do like this setup. Gear down, it does look very nice, and I'm still very happy about this livery. Boy, it does play with the camera. We'll put this on the deck. And we'll zoom in a fraction for you, of course, and wind this video up. And I do absolutely love this this livery on this aircraft. It looks fantastic. I reckon it looks absolutely awesome. All right, so once again, this is by Panzerkampf Models. It is 1/72nd scale die cast. It is from the French Air and Space Forces 2nd Fighter Regiment, Normandie-Niemen, from their 30th Fighter Wing, and it is celebrating the squadron's 75th anniversary, which was in 2017, of course. And of course, as I said, if you like this, throw us one of those if you enjoyed the model you saw today. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well if you feel like doing that. All right, I'll take some photos of this so you can see it a lot more clearer and without it mucking around with my camera. And once again, I do apologise for the camera sort of going bright here and there. This livery did play up with the camera a little bit. All right, guys, I'll wind this video up. Don't forget to check out the photos at the end of the video, of course, and you can check out this Rafale without my hands all over it. Once again, thank you for your time for watching. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, everyone.